Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like the diamond in the sky.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Please kindly subscribe. It's very important if you have not. Now, I bring you information on things that are happening in Nigeria, more especially among the important personalities in Nigeria. You know, in my channel, I talk about everything that happens in Nigeria, celebrities, talk about the music industry, and all the rest of them. Today, we are going to discuss about the issue of banning Twitter in Nigeria. It's so sad. It's so sad that we wake up to hear that the Nigerian government have banned Twitter. A lot of ups and downs going here and there. We have insecurity problem, which is the major thing they have to face. They didn't face it, they banned Twitter. Not just banning Twitter, the next minute the president denies he wasn't aware that it was the presidency. Later on, the argument continues and it becomes true that you can no longer tweet from Nigeria. It becomes a law. That is, I don't know, they've been trying to be able to clamp down on the social media, but they've not seen a reason to do, only to wake up and tell us that because of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is broadcasting on Twitter, that is why they are banning Twitter. How can you ban Twitter because of one person, because of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is doing his own part on Twitter? Whatever he tweets, if it is not verified, if it's not verifiable, Twitter will take the tweet down. That is why they took down the tweet of Muhammad Buhari, which was a total hate speech and call for war upon the southern part of Nigeria. And because of that, they have now decided to ban Twitter. Let us hear the debate they are having and what the lawmakers are saying about the ban on Twitter. Let's watch. After watching, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Thanks. Remember us. You can see that it's obvious that the government is very intolerant and insensible. How can you ban Twitter because of one single person who is somewhere doing his own part? Whatever he tweets, if it is not according to the community guideline, Twitter will take it down. That's simple as that. So if you are not hiding anything or there's nothing you're hiding, why are you so interested on what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu tweets on Twitter? And why should that make you to ban Twitter in Nigeria? We ban Twitter in Nigeria. It doesn't affect Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in any way, banning Twitter in Nigeria. It doesn't affect him and it doesn't stop him from tweeting.
In his welcome address to the lawmakers, the Speaker responds to the Twitter ban by the federal government and states the position of the House.
It is in service of our obligations under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and our moral duty to the Nigerian people that the leadership of the House has mandated from today the House Committees on Communication, Justice, Information and Culture and National Security and Intelligence to immediately commence an investigation to determine, 1, the circumstances of the decision by the federal government of Nigeria to ban the operations of Twitter in Nigeria, and 2, the legal authority for the ban on the operations of Twitter in Nigeria. The committees are additionally mandated to invite the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, to brief the House of Representatives on the objectives, intent, and duration of the suspension of Twitter in Nigeria, and to report to the House within 10 days.
About an hour later, when it seemed the matter had been addressed and buried, the leader of the PDP caucus raises a point of order, dissatisfied with the earlier position as stated by the Speaker, but he is ruled out of order.
We should urge the executive arm, in the interim, I use the word urge, the executive arm, in the interim, to reverse this order, pending the outcome of our interaction with the executive arm.
Thank you, Honorable Chinda.
Yes, sir.
Let me very quickly, so that we can move along, refer you to Order 9, Rule 1, Sub-Rule 6 of our rules. It shall be out of order to attempt to reconsider any specific question upon which the House has come to a conclusion during the current session, You're ruled out of order.
Mr. Speaker,
Please, Chinda, please be guided.
A slight altercation ensues as Mr. Chinda refuses to be hushed, resulting in a walkout by some members of the PDP, while some other lawmakers jeer them out.
Mr. Speaker, in the circumstance, for PDP members, we have agreed we'll
The
continue.
next order of the day
Please, Chinda, please, you are a ranking member
is the
of
first
this House.
reading.
We'll continue to tweet.
Please,
We are
please.
with Nigerians. And if the Attorney General wants to...
If you want to go. Go.
Where is it here? At first, I thought it was a partisan move, but I'm so glad, and I'm happy to see several members of the opposition still here in chambers with us, and I commend you for your non-partisanship.
Mariam, please go ahead and tell us if indeed you did agree and commended the leadership as your colleague suggested.
First, let me first say that you can see the thinking of the APC in the House. My colleague, I don't know whether he's speaking for the APC or he's speaking for himself. He has said he supports the banning of Twitter. That is the reason why we were against us leaving the floor of the House without us taking a tentative decision on asking the federal government to unban Twitter pending that investigation that is going to take place. Yes, we commended the Speaker. The Speaker came out and reeled out the importance of Twitter in his speech. And he said how Nigerians have been benefiting from the use of Twitter. And he further said, however, that yes, if Twitter has been useful to us, we do not know the reason why the federal government banned Twitter. On that reason, we'll call the Minister of Communication to come and tell us the legality of banning Twitter. Two, we are going to put up some committees of the House together so that they will advise us also on the issue. And all we said was that our leaders are not angels, and that we said there was one prayer left out. Tell the federal government to unban Twitter pending that intervention that we are going to do. And that is just all we're asking for. And we said, please, Mr. Speaker, can you put this as an addendum to your prayer to this committee that is going to be formed? And all the Speaker needed to do was to say he has had Chinda and the point of order has been noted. Even if at the end, Mr. Speaker didn't include it in the items given to those committees for referral, but that Mr. Speaker is an agreement that the federal government we should urge the federal government to unban Twitter. And this is just what we wanted to say, that the committee, we need to come out tentatively and say, please stop this thing first, let us go. You see, my colleague is talking about Nnamdi Kanu. How does Nnamdi Kanu concerns Nigerians? How? Are we saying that Nnamdi Kanu is Boko Haram, or he is bandit, or he is the one doing kidnapping, or what is he? That the government of Nigeria cannot collaborate with Interpol and collaborate with other international organizations to apprehend him wherever he is. It's not the issue, is not about how you feel. Government has every power. Government has been given capacity. The president has all the powers to ensure that Nigerians are protected, to ensure that if someone commits an offense, he pays for it. But you cannot carry the offense of one individual and visit it on the entire nation. We are in a country where I read in the social media lately, where they said federal government fined BDCs 900 million for having links with insurgents. And I was wondering, why would you find somebody who has linked with insurgency or terrorism money to pay? he should be apprehended. Those jurisdictions should be closed because they have gone beyond the business that government approved for them to do. Now you're talking of somebody that somebody's tweet alone, one person tweet, is now going to strand Nigeria completely. When you have the powers to deal with that individual, whether in a collaborative manner or even as the president of the country. So I think it is high time we come out of this. It is also high time we look at ourselves as Nigerians. We look at our rights as very sacrosanct. Nigeria is a signatory to the human rights conventions, and we have signed to them, we have accepted them. So we cannot come up one day and start gagging Nigerians on the issues of human rights because somebody's idea was thrown down. Like I said earlier, it is the president's message that was dropped from Twitter. How did we ask president to write? What is our fault? If the president feels that what he wrote was right, he should take the matter up with Twitter. You can sue them.
And that is it.
In the international courts. But not to bring the matter and visit it on Nigerians who are legitimately doing their businesses and they are legitimately doing their rights. And I think this is the area where, as Nigerians, we must speak out. We must condemn what is condemnable. We must say what is right so that we can position Nigeria for greatness. We are members of opposition. We are not members of enemies of Nigeria.
But you just decided to take away food from the mouth of those poor youths in Nigeria who are trying to make their living on Twitter. This is really unacceptable. And the dictatorship of this very government has to be checked. It doesn't matter the way you look at it. It doesn't matter how you talk about it. Some people keep silent as if nothing is happening. A lot is going on and must be checked. Thank you so much for watching. Go to the comment section and leave your comment and say what you think about the ban of Twitter in Nigeria. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.